Thank you.
So you came all the way from Japan for 20 minutes. Thank you so much.
This is a great conference. I'm very impressed.
Well, not as much as I am impressed. Can you tell me about your company?
ＤeNA, it's pronounced DeNA in Japan, was founded in 1999. I founded with 2 other folks, and now it has virtual social networking service, Moba Gay, with about 20 million registered users. And as you said, the revenue is 1.2 billion US dollars.
$1.2 billion?
Yeah, only from 20 million users. So,
$1.2 billion
yes,
and 20 million users.
Yeah, very small number of users.
So that's very high ARPU.
Yeah, it is very high ARPU.
How do you do that? How can you? That's
most
insane.
of the revenues is on virtual goods. It's a social networking service, but we have lots of social games based on mobile, by the way. Our business is completely on mobile today and completely domestic in Japan. And it's a virtual social networking service on top of which we have so many social games, casual games. And
So it's not only games. It's like the equivalent of a Facebook.
Yes, it's very similar in a sense that it's based on community, but the nature of the community is very different. The nature of the community of Facebook is, it's real social graph. The purpose of joining Facebook, registering Facebook, is to stay connected with your actual friends, whereas Mobage is for people who join and make friends there within the site. And then they start playing games together, and they keep adding new friends. So it's virtual friendship rather than real friendship.
And it's all mobile.
It's all mobile today. And we have started Yahoo collaboration with Yahoo. So we started Mobage on desktop too, very recently.
Oh, okay. And so tell me about why it's so crazy in Japan. Like I went only 3 times to Tokyo. I was so impressed. Now I really want to do business there myself because I liked it so much. That's the main reason. But like you take the metro and you can feel it's all like mobile. They're all on their phones. So they're playing your games. You're the main culprit. That's why, on the phone, in the metro, that's what they're doing. They're playing your games in the metro.
Yeah, I see many of the people playing our games. But Mobage is a platform for games, and we provide games, the in-house developed games too. But Mobage is an open platform that third-party game developers join and deploy games on Mobage.
So your platform as well?
So it's open platform, yeah.
So for the developers in the room and the startups here, so how can we partner with you? Is there a way we can?
Oh, sure. Contact me or contact our people. We are very open. So, yeah, that's great. That's one of the reasons why I'm here. You said I came here all the way for only 20 minutes. But it's actually, getting to know people and, discovering great social game developers is great here.
Can you explain can you give us some advice on people interested in Japan? I am genuinely interested. We have about 10% of our users in Japan for my company, Seismic. And I was so what would be your advice? You're such a successful entrepreneur. I mean, $1.2 billion in revenue. You're a public company, by the way, right, Namba-san? You're a public company.
Yeah, it is a public company, yes.
And what's your market cap?
It's about $4 billion.
$4 billion.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a nice startup. So, what's your advice for entrepreneurs?
For people who are interested in the Japanese market? Well, the Japanese market is today very different from the rest of the world because, feature phone or dumb phone, the Japanese dumb phones are actually as smart as smartphones, and you can do almost everything on featured phone. So today...
Feature phone being the traditional...
Cell phone. Traditional cell phone.
Java-based, yes.
Right. And that is... our business is predominantly on cell phone today. But there is a big chance now, maybe next year is the first year that smartphones is going to penetrate really quickly, not only iPhone, but Android phones. So the border of Japanese, domestic market is going to be taken away. So it's a great opportunity
You think it's going to be taken away, the
Yes,
classic
yes.
phones? Really?
It used to be very peculiar. It was very peculiar industry structure and also the technology too.
Can you show your phone? Do you have your...
I don't with me.
so
It's back in
I would
there.
have loved you because they're, yeah.
I mean, it looks pretty similar, but inside the feature is really high. Functionality is extremely high. The cells, pixels, and everything over spec. But next year it's going to be all smartphones. Starting next year. Starting next year.
How long do you think? How many years it will take, do you think, for the majority of phones to be smartphones? iPhone,
Well,
Android, then we'll talk about that.
If you're talking about flow-based rather than stock-based, maybe it takes 3 years or so for smartphones to take over cell
3 years.
phones.
So in 3 years, we'll have more iPhone, Android.
Yeah. In new registrations, at least. That's my read.
Wow.
In 3 years.
So you have to reinvent your company because this is not the same.
Sure.
What's your model now? How do you sell now? How do you make $1 billion?
Well, it is
Virtual goods?
virtual goods. Yes, it is cell phone-based social network service today, and it's Mobage. And most of our revenues, about 90% of our revenues, is from virtual goods, avatar and game goods. Virtual goods in games.
Give me examples. What can I
like
buy?
sword or or trap or or pet, or if you want to look great in your community, you keep changing your clothes. That's one thing. And mostly game items, like as I said, sword or guns, the weapons to play in the battle game, or if you are playing farm game, it's exactly like the games in Facebook, buying seeds or
you have farm games as well.
Fertilizers, or something like that. So it's pretty much similar to the games on Facebook, but it's all on cell phone. So that's a difference. And we are preparing our platform for smartphones too, and very excited about smartphone opportunities now.
Have you launched already on?
We are preparing and coming very soon in Japan. Outside of Japan, we do have smartphone platform, and we have acquired Njimoko. And they have platforms, so we are merging
That's in
our
the
platform.
US. Njimoko?
Yes.
And that's like 2 months ago, 3 months ago?
Yes, news. It's still news.
You seem very happy about this.
Yes, I am very happy. I'm very proud of this acquisition. It's going really well.
Tell me about it. So it's the first time you go outside of Japan?
Almost, in large scale, yes. We have been trying organically ourselves, but acquiring a company of that scale, of that size.
Can you explain what size and?
Well, it's reported to be $403 million. Of course, maximum. There is some earn-out portion, so it's pretty sizable.
That's revenue.
No, the acquisition value.
Oh, you acquired it for $400 million. Did you had a lot of competition, I guess? Was that big bid?
Well, I don't know, maybe.
And so now you're integrating both of those companies. So you're competing directly with Zynga.
Well, Zynga is a game developer, and we are more interested in platform. Njimoko is not a social game developer themselves. They do develop themselves, but they are more platform. They are interested in platform of games. So are we. Mobage is a social networking service as a platform of social games, and Njimoko has the same aspiration to become the largest platform provider in smartphones. So we are developing virtual community together. We are developing the game development engine together. And we are enhancing our in-house developed games together too. So, they have great components.
Well, tell me about the market, the worldwide market of, I'm not very knowledgeable, as you can see about it. So who are the key players? There's you, there's Zynga. on the mobile slash
Well,
virtual?
Zynga, as I said, they are a game developer, and
Okay.
I would like to welcome them onto our platform.
I see.
You know, we'd like to be big enough for Zynga to ask us to get on our platform. That's our aspiration.
Oh.
And we are big enough in Japan, and there is maybe more chance to work with Zynga. You know, we welcome Zynga on our platform too. So, you know, there is collaboration opportunity more than competitiveness. And who else are there out? Let's see, for platforms, on smartphone, there is really no dominant player and no strong virtual community as platform for social games. So I think there is, you know, very good chance for us to be the first one there.
So tell me about first Nambasan. Is there a trend that Japanese companies start to do some shopping all around? There is a site called Price Minister that was acquired by a Japanese company for e-commerce here in Europe. You acquire in the US. So you're going out of Japan and conquering
I think
the world?
more Japanese internet companies are interested in acquiring you know, companies outside of Japan. One is you know, the people talk. I do believe there is a lot more room for growth, but you know, the market itself as a whole, from macro standpoint, it is not growing as fast as we used to. So a lot of companies are looking opportunities outside of Japan, and also the exchange rate. Yeah, the yen is strong.
So strong. So US is like a third world country now for you.
Well, you know, companies with lots of exportables, they are suffering, but it's great opportunity, great timing for Japanese who are interested in acquiring companies out there.
Would you acquire in Europe as well?
Oh, sure.
Sure.
I mean, you know,
Great. Here we go.
we have been developing services ourselves, but partnering with top-notch players is so much greater. That's what I'm learning with experience, you know, in our experience with NGMoko, because NGMoko has grown as it's, you know, very separate from us, nothing to share much. I knew them since they founded the company, but totally different companies. So we are trying to integrate to one team, but if the aspiration is the same, if the aspiration is high enough and there is enough commonality, there is much to build together. So we are enjoying the integration process very much, and we are learning that getting together with a totally different company that has its own pride and strength can be so much better than trying to do something on your own where you don't know the culture around, or you don't know the industry dynamics well. So we have been trying to do ourselves in the US, but we had very little understanding of the culture and design taste.
You said you had very little understanding of the American culture? Is that what you said?
No, US. For example, we had our own operations in the US, and we were trying to build the same thing as Mobage in the US, but we didn't go far enough because of lack of understanding of the market and lack of the local expertise or local management. So getting together with one great entity that has great management, great technology, great understanding of that culture is really great.
You mix the teams? Do you have Japanese people going?
Yeah, we started mixing people. We started sending people over there, and they come often.
Is that exciting?
It is exciting. Yeah, we are, for the first time, I feel like, you know, going global, I kept saying, but for the first time in the history of the company.
And you're very rare in Japan. I mean, you yourself, as an entrepreneur, you're a woman, you're very global, as you said. And like you...
No, I always said so, but this time I really, first time in the history of the company, we are becoming global. Yeah.
So tell me about Europe, because I'm sure some people would love to sell you their company. What are you looking
please, for? Please. The only thing we have outside of Japan is a financial strength. So
what would you be looking for? Virtual goods companies?
Social games on smartphones, we are very interested in. Very good question. Because we have this platform, and I'd like to launch this platform not only in the US and Japan, but also outside of those areas, the rest of the world, including, of course, Europe is the most important part of that. And that's platform, and we have to enrich the platform with very good lineup of social games. And it would be great if we can work together with great social game developer here for smartphones.
Any country in particular, or you just?
We are going global. Global is global. Smartphones are taking off all the border over the countries, so no particular. No. Anywhere in the world.
Wow, we'd love to help. So if you have a company to sell to Namba-san, please contact Namba-san.
And it's I found some people raising hands, so let's
Who
talk.
has a company to sell to Namba-san in the room? Please let me know. I will arrange. Here we go. Anyone else? Here, So no, but just raise your hand if you're a virtual goods / social gaming company or a social gaming company. See, lots of hands in the room.
Oh, that's great. So many people around here.
Yeah.
But it's not either buying or selling. It's more like getting together with the group and try to work on this bigger dream together rather than, selling your company. That's what I feel.
Oh, okay. So will you invest as well?
We do invest. So it's complete 100% acquisition is not the only option, of course. Like sometimes minority investment or commercial deals too. But we would like to welcome anybody on NG Moko's platform to win in the smartphone space, because on smartphone there is really no great community. I keep saying and repeating the same thing. There's no great virtual community on smartphones yet as platform for social games.
Is there any? How do we contact you? Is there any?
Oh, write to me.
Because I know they will be emailing me and saying, "Hey, thank you, but how do we contact Namba-san?"
Well, my email address is you can easily find. Or
No, then
after
when
this.
you have said that, you'll have to change it. I'm just saying, but go ahead.
Or you can maybe have an access to our website, and there's information or public email for anything. So that through then, you can contact me too.
Contact the CEO.
Or after this session, I will give you my.
Oh, very good. So if you want to meet Namba-san, she will be, and I'll be assisting you back in the stage as well. Is there any way we can help you? Because that's also one of the purpose of the web is to, and I'm so happy you came. We really want to be more connected to
I think
Japan
what we
and
can
also
do
Asia.
is with Neil, the CEO of NG Moko, we can come together for a social game developers conference to share the technology and how the platform works, and the concept of the strategy. We can have a conference like that here in Europe.
And if you want to help me, how do I get more Japanese and more people from Asia at the web?
Oh, here? You mean,
it's difficult, huh?
Oh, it's too far,
Why
and
do you
it's
think
too snowy. And
too snowy? Right.
Well, we can make advertisement there. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
I can be vocal. Yeah.
Anything you would like to add, Namba-san?
Excuse me?
Anything you would like to add?
Oh, thank you. It's very nice to be in Paris. It's been maybe like 10 years, 5 years. I don't remember. That Paris is one of my favorite places in the world. So I really appreciate your invitation. Thank you.
Well, you invited me to Tokyo. We hope.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Namba-san.
Thank you.
We really hope we can have you again.